Hello, welcome to Airport CEO. This is the first video in a series of videos in which we're going to tackle the tutorial that they give you in the game. There's two reasons why I'm doing these videos rather than just letting you go through them yourself. First, some parts of the tutorial, such as the baggage area, are just not very well explained. And the second reason is there's been multiple updates since the tutorial was originally made. That way I'm going to be able to point out some things while we're building that's going to save a ton of demolishing and rebuilding time later on. By the time we finish this series, we will have a fully functional international airport. So with that, let's get started. Let's begin by first closing this tutorial window because I want to talk to you about the speed bar first. This is the speed here, and you got normal, double, triple. We are going to alternate between pausing, normal, and triple. Mainly what we're going to do is whatever speed we're on. For instance, let's say we're on normal speed. When I want to pause, I just press the space bar and press the space bar again to keep it moving. So we're paused now. The first thing we want to do is sign a contract with a contractor. So you press tab to open up your main interface, go to operations, rather go to economy. You want to go to your offered contracts, and you see that there are none. So let's start time moving. We've got a 3-star construction company, and that's what we want. We want either a 3 or 4 star, and what that does is it lowers the rate and gives you more contractors. I like to have over 100 contractors, but we'll have to live with 93. So we're going to press space and let the time run and wait for that check mark. And then it'll go to our next task, which is to deploy the contractors. So we go into our operations, go into the contractor screen and deploy all. Now we'll close this out and we will turn up our speed to high fast, and we will wait for them to arrive. Now what it tells us to do is we're going to be starting our general aviation airport. So let's back out and pause. So the first thing that we're going to do is lay out our small runway. So let's go to our airport infrastructure, get an asphalt runway. We're going to put it in the bottom left corner facing up, as close to the bottom left as we can. And then press space. Now it wants you to place 2 runway exits, one on each side of the runway. So you go into your aircraft infrastructure. This is your exits, and you have 3 different kinds. I prefer just the straight kind. Now if we zoom in, it shows the airplane as being where the exit is. And then you attach it to the runway like that. And then like that. And then hit your space bar. Hit your space bar again. Now it wants you to drag out a taxiway. Asphalt again. Now what I do is I go up 2 spaces from the exit on each side. And then I go 2 and run it all the way down to connect. And then right click out. Then you can spacebar again to pause. Now it wants you to build 5 stands. What we're doing is we're building general aviation right now to just get our things going. So here's your stand. Go to asphalt. Now if we zoom in and look at the stand, the airport or the airplane is where the planes enter the stand. On the other side, where the crosswalk is, that's where passengers will enter the stand if it's a commercial airline, but it's also a road for service vehicles. So it's a 2-lane service vehicle road. So what we want to do is we want to place this low enough. We want to go about 1/3 down the runway, and I do 2 spots between the stand and the taxiway. And we'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to put the fifth one up here, because what we're going for is this is going to turn, actually we'll do this right now. Go into your infrastructure, go to public road, and you're going to go up 2 squares by 2 squares for public road. Then you're going to take a vehicle checkpoint. You're going to place the bottom red on the public road. Then you go to a service road, get your asphalt, do a 2 by 2, and then go over here and do a 2 by 2 and run it all the way down. And then you've got your beginning service road, and we'll go back to that later. But that's how you can tell where your 5 are at. So let's hit play again. Now we're waiting for the construction to finish, and then we'll place the taxiways. So let's just wait here for 2 seconds, and voila, it's magically been built. One thing that I see we forgot is to connect the taxiway to the stands. So let's go back to the aircraft and get that going while we're waiting to. So you just put them in like that, and then we're gonna put it on fast speed. Now this is your taxiway path right here. So this exclamation point tells you planes can't go there. The reason is because there's no taxiway right at the moment. So you go like that, run it down, run it down, and pause it now that they're built, and make sure they all get connected. So now that everything's been connected, the exclamation points have all left. That means planes can get there. So now we need to build a small aircraft tower. So that's still under the airplane menu. And we'll just put it up here just to be cool. Now, I put a weather station in it this time. They don't talk about it in the tutorial, and it's not really a big deal. It's just more for fun right now. It gives you this no data found right now. That becomes, once that's built, it tells you the temperature and the wind and all that jazz. So later in the game you can de-ice your planes, and you'll be able to look at a weather report to see if you need to hire trucks or whatever. So now we'll just press pause and let those build. Okay, so now that we have the aircraft tower, we're now able to accept planes. First thing you want to do is go into your operations tab, go to your airport control panel, open the airport. Second thing, we're going to go to normal speed here and just keep it on normal speed for now. Now we want to allow general aviation. Then next we open up the runway. The way you do that is click right there. And now we're going to wait for 5 general aviation flights to land, so we're going to go to triple speed, and we'll just wait for them to land. And there you have it. We have landed 5 general aviation planes. We are 4 out of 5 of the small tutorial. Next, we're going to learn how to refuel. So we need to place a vehicle depot or a service vehicle parking lot. The first thing that we're going to place is a little bit more service road going down this way. And that's just to show you. We're going to do a service vehicle parking lot here. Eventually we'll do a vehicle depot up in this area, but that'll be on another tutorial. So put the service vehicle parking in like so. And then complete that. And the nice thing about the way this is constructed, well, we'll talk about that later. We're going to go back to normal speed and pause. Now we want to place a small fuel depot and then wait for all the structures to be built. The fuel depot is in the aircraft infrastructure under fuel depot. We'll get the small there. Now the only planes that use this fuel are your general aviation. So we're going to put this, actually we're going to put this right here. And then we'll extend the road here. And the reason that I did that instead of on this side is this area here will eventually be your catering and waste management services. But that's long, long, long in the future. So press space, let it start running, and then we're going to triple speed to get everything built. And we'll do the magic build again. And we're there. So we are now ready to offer refueling service. What we need to do now is sign a contract. First thing it tells us to do is purchase a fuel truck. Go into vehicles and get that coming on the way. So our fuel trucks have arrived, and now it's time to sign a contract. So we're going to go through the economy button and go to contracts, and we're going to look for a 3 or a 4-star fuel contract and sign it. Now the company will come and fill up our tank, and our trucks will service our planes now. The next step that it tells us to do is turn on the fueling service through the operations screen. And now we will do that and wait for the next ones to be refueled. There he goes. He's refueled one. Now he should hit that second one there. The ones that had already landed, he's not going to refuel. So he's going to go park now and wait for others to land. And we will just wait and fast forward. So now we have a fully functional general aviation airport. If we open the economy screen and we take a look, we've made money the past 2 hours, but we haven't made money over 24 hours because, of course, we've been building. So in our next tutorial, we're going to be working on building a commercial airport. We'll see you then.